Greetings. Oh, she didn't do it. Greetings. Welcome to another weekly vault video. Let's get right into it. It's been another decently good week. Guess more on that towards the end in my little, I don't know, weekly recap thing I like to do. I did quite a lot of work this week, I feel. There's the pants I was talking about last week that I actually already had in my bag, so don't actually need those. Reverse ring, that might be a little interesting. I think it's the only thing actually we're taking unless I want to go for a socket. So once again, the old SimC menu appears and I will BRB kind of. It's like, well, the ring looks like it's kind of like a downgrade. I don't think I really want the trinket, even though it's like, I guess it looks like it's simming okay in single target, but not that great. And I think it's also fucked up because my talents are definitely AoE. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to pick it. I think I just honestly go for the socket then. Because I have everything else on this besides this trinket. That would be like a new trinket that I don't have, but still. I will just pick the sockets for the first time on my warrior. The streak had to eventually come to an end. Something I was told just before starting the video. It is indeed the Emissary of War week once again, so that probably means next week's vault video is going to be a bit meaty. You know, both of these are kind of like my best in slot. So I keep hovering over stuff I'm not going to buy. On to the pink version of this character, kind of. Definitely already mentioned, pretty sure, just a bit of a spoiler alert. I didn't sleep yet today. It's a socketed helmet. So admittedly I'm at like a little not a little, but kind of a little loopy. Trying to fix my sleep schedule. New Year's and the weekend kind of like weird nap schedule. Kind of fucked myself up, so I'm trying to fix it today. I feel like I just take the helmet because it's not only is it socketed, but it also make my enchant stronger once I dump points into it. We didn't get a mythic slot. We only rated half the week. We only rated one day. Last week in a paid. Hi Raven, that's my mic. As much as I'd like for your input on my picks. Not quite needed. It's pretty. I think it's a pretty easy pick. I already got this trinket. This ring's kind of cool, but again, only a heroic. So it's choice between myth tier hands or myth tier helm, pretty much. And I think I just auto pick this. What do you think you're doing? Just eavesdropping. She's interested in the mic because I moved it. My mic is right here today. It's new and exciting for her. I should talk a little bit more about my plan to fix my sleep schedule. It's something I've done since forever. Whenever it gets like really out of whack, I just do my best to simply like stay awake through the night and then stay awake through the next day, and then I go to bed like early. And luckily I'm not raiding tonight, so I can go to bed around like 7 or 8 o'clock and it won't really impact anything. Yes, Raven. Except for Raven. She wants me to go to bed. I've mentioned it before on stream at times, but Raven, she actually does try to like help me try to keep my sleep schedule consistent because she likes to obviously sleep on me and stuff. So she's trying to get that to happen right now. Sadly, it can't happen. I got work to do. It's Tuesday. It's the busiest day of the week for me, and you keep jumping over here onto the slightly dead panda version of myself. Hey, Raven. No input? Okay. This is where things get a little interesting compared to previous weeks. I'm opening it in blood, and I did some fucking work last week. I did quite a lot of work actually, and oh my gosh, I got literally 2 weapons, but I think I auto pick this one potentially. Although I do have also much. I have many choices for tier. I won't be picking veteran legs, but a case could be made for either of these 2 pieces. But also again, weapon with speed. You're gonna mess up my audio if you're doing that. It's a shame because I think I just got this like last Tuesday, this current sword. Got it very recently. But literally it's a speed weapon. Like talk about like a perfect choice for a Death Knight. It's also my second gore howl of mine that has a bonus stat. It rolled. My paladin has a leech one if I remember correctly. This character gets the speed. I'm gonna do the responsible Death Knight thing where I get a new weapon and I'm gonna go rune forge it right away. That makes me feel pretty good about my work I did last week on this character because I literally did sort of like not hard grind out, but it was sort of like a chore to do 8+18s on my ult for once. Like I usually don't do that much work for alts, you know. But again, it was definitely worth it. She's trying to coax me to go to bed. I know it. But it can't happen yet. It can't happen. The content has to get recorded first. It's kind of like she's sitting right there, but can't actually really be picked up on the camera. Sadly, my druid did not do as much work as my Death Knight. I literally just did the single key. And that's not really great. I also obviously did a wing LFR for the druid form thing, which I did actually get. So, worth it. I guess I finished my trolled over socket from a few weeks ago. Not too hard to think about that one, even though it's like it's a shame this character's picking. I've now picked 2 weeks of sockets on this character because I'm kind of an idiot and I don't do enough content on it. I did mean to do more on my alts, but I kind of just ran out of time for this character. Don't even know what I would socket on this guy yet. I don't think anything's really worth socketing. Yeah, look at me. I'm a big boy. Big fiery boy. It's kind of messed up by my thing, but I don't want to swap off the gnome, but you know, you saw it. Moving right along. Floor Treggyz, ironically, did not spend much time on the floor. I spent time in a single 18 key. It's for boots that I'm not. I mean, I'll definitely just pick them because, yeah, but I don't know if I actually use them in the future because it's on my embellished boot slot. Yeah, I tanked a single 18 last night, and it went perfectly fine. I think I died once to something stupid on Everbloom Council boss, but that's gonna happen with a low geared tank. It was overall fine. We still timed it and everything, so you know what really matters besides that. Oh, evoker. Give me the loot. Tier hands and an offhand. Neither of which have mastery on them, which is a little depressing, but myth hands are higher eye level than my current hands, and I need it for 4 sets, so I may as well just upgrade. That's my thinking. Also transmog, that looks cool. Probably looks cool. I actually do like the myth evoker tier. So far, I like it. Trying to show it off, and I keep hitting the wrong button every time I want to look at swap it over. Using the heroic set because I got most of it. Again, I like it. It's okay. If you like green, which is kind of fair enough on an evoker actually. I didn't do. There's all my characters and all my vaults. It's like just imagine if I actually did all my weeklies next week on all these guys down here. It could happen. I have no raid tonight and nothing better to do while I stay awake, so fingers crossed on that one, I guess. Like, honestly, there's not a whole lot to recap. It was kind of just a normal week. I just spent a little more time than usual on Dreggyz doing keys on them. It's definitely worth it. Like, I don't know if that's like I mean, I figure you want Fearlath, of course, but for like the Mythic Plus best in slot, is that not the best in slot? The Gorehowl? Um, I'm definitely happy with that. Sucks a little bit to get my first socket on my one of my two mains, but the streak could not go on forever because it's now week 8, 9. It's been quite a lot of weeks, and I think I've had like a decently good upgrade every single week on Paladin and Warrior, so it did have the streak had to end eventually. And also I just started needing to get the sockets rolling too. So although I only really need 2 more, one for my belt and one for the ring I got. Although I do need to also on my warrior I need to recraft some gear around. Kind of like I spent like 20 minutes, 15 minutes last night on my warrior, kind of like just playing around with like crafted gear, trying to like figure out like better stats. And it's like I could like need to craft myself a cloak, do haste mastery on it, swap my belt out to another belt I have from Mythic Plus. It's kind of been a thing to do. Yeah, last week was pretty good. Talking about YouTube stuff for a minute, kind of just like bringing it up. One nice thing I got on my birthday, I suppose, is on my birthday, the 29th of December, I had my largest so far one day like spike of views. Raven, you're really not. You're kind of adding because it's funny, but but yeah, I had my largest one day view spike on my entire channel, which is cool. My previous was like 5,600 something, and then on my birthday hit 7,000 something or other. I'll throw it up on the screen during the edit, but it's definitely a nice little birthday surprise. I personally don't really take like a whole lot of stock in the New Year stuff. It's kind of been too many years of mine with a fun resolution, and I don't really ever bother with it. So it's kind of like it's fun, right? It's kind of cool, but it's not really my thing anymore. I do believe that just about wraps it up for me. So I will let everybody go. Thanks everyone once again for watching. Remember to subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back next week with a great big vault video with boxes. So that'll be good. I'm excited. It's not gonna be a lot of work, but it'll be worth it work. So see you then. Goodbye from Raven.